Well, welcome back, ladies and gents. I'm just doing a quick video today on the 12-second rule. I will put a lot of the information on the screen so that I don't have to waffle too much now. Basically, this is something Nikki and I always do and have done since we started riding a few years ago. And it started from a random trip I had to Krakow just before my bike test, and it just so happened the couple I sat next to, the guy was an ex-police biker and he taught bike safe. One of his pieces of advice was about predicting what happens at junctions, a bit like this car approaching now, and assuming the worst or what may happen. It's also known as defensive riding. So, having used that tip, I did recently see a video which kind of reaffirmed what we believe, and I want to show you what it's like in practice, as this road seems to be full of the kind of thing we're talking about. So we're going left into the A17, we're heading to Hunstanton as it happens. So the car on the right, I predicted pull out, so I'd obviously slow down, even though we've got to slow down for the roundabout anyway. Shoulder check. And we're going to pull into this left lane. So it's all about never assuming you're safe. So imagine you're riding down the road and there's a junction or a T-junction, as there always is on these kind of roads, and there's a car sat waiting to join us. We're not going to get on this road like. And most people maintain speed, especially if they're going a little bit faster. Some people speed up, but what I do and Nikki does, and I was advised to do, is to actually roll off the throttle a little bit, slow down, be aware of the car's movements, and be ready. And what that does is, instead of reacting when something happens, and our reaction time I'll put on the screen is so many seconds maybe, or so much of a second, if you know that's going to happen and you predict it's going to happen, you're already ready. So you've actually saved some of your reaction time, and the chance of you dealing with whatever happens next is greatly increased, thus making you much safer. I was hoping there'd be an example on this road, and there may be. Very good example of why to slow down and pull over to the left a little bit, because he looks like he's ready to pull out.
So based on those ideas, if the average reaction time is 0.9 at the latter end, say for instance somebody's tired or it's a warm day, and let's face it, I think that's more of a realistic reaction time. But if you're already looking up the road 12 seconds and you're predicting cars are going to pull out and you're going to roll off the throttle, then that is going to reduce your reaction time from just seeing it and then say 0.9 seconds to the lower end of the 0.2 seconds. So to give you an example, at 40 mile an hour we travel 60 feet in 1 second. And at 60 mile an hour we travel 89 feet in 1 second. Now if you react too late, then that's a lot of travel. However, if you're reacting at 0.2 of a second and you've rolled off the throttle to 40 from 60 because you know they're going to do that, then you're not going to travel far at all, and I'm pretty sure we can apply the brakes and stop that bike. It's got to be a good idea, folks. So I realise this is not new to a lot of people, and if you've come here expecting to see something new, then I am sorry, but this does really suit new riders or somebody who wants to enhance the safety a little bit. You could have been running for years and you find yourself in quite a lot of pickles. And this way of riding, this is how we ride. We're going down the road and we see cars about to join the road, then we will roll a throttle. Even if we're doing a 50 and a 50, it doesn't to shave 10 mile an hour off that speed. Again, the guy in Krakow, he did say to me that what a lot of people do is they start to add some throttle because I think they'll beat the car. But if you add some throttle and you're having to accelerate and that car does pull out, you're not going to be able to stop. It's as simple as that. And it's the same as when you're approaching junctions, move over to the left hand side of your lane or the right hand side of your lane, depending where the car's joining the road, and that gives you a few extra feet of stopping as well. Why not use all of this to your advantage and make yourself safer on the road? Also, checking your mirrors often. A lot of people get complacent, still doing your shoulder checks, looking as far down the road as you can, looking at traffic and trying to assess what people are going to do. You can nearly always predict that somebody's going to overtake someone, overtake you, or they're coming in the opposite way. There's a slow moving vehicle, a tractor, a lorry, and you're thinking about increasing your speed. There's a hell of a chance that they are going to overtake that slow vehicle. Look for the signs, read the road, and be safe.